Hello guys, welcome to Top Learners again. Today we are studying future continuous tense. Before we start the lesson, please do not forget to subscribe and share our channel, Top Learners. Let's get started. Future progressive tense, one of the most important tenses in English language. So, what is future progressive tense and when do we use it? We use future progressive tense to show an action that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. How can we form future progressive tense? Or what is the verb form for future progressive tense? We have two ways to make future progressive. Will and be going to. Will be plus verb ing and be going to be plus verb ing. So here one thing that should be mentioned is that do not change be here. This be is always be and it's not is, am, or, was, were. It isn't changed anymore. So what are the structures of future progressive tense? The structure for positive, subject, will not, verb ing, and complement. If you look at that carefully, you can see the structure of S, V, and C. So the verb form here is will be verb ing. Will be is the helping verbs and verb ing here is the main verb. To form negative structure, we add not after the first helping verb after will. Subject will not be plus verb ing plus complement. If you want to make question form, you can bring will at the beginning. The helping verbs come first. Will, then we use subject, then be verb ing and complement. Don't forget, we just bring the first helping verb, not both of them. We just bring will. And if you want to make negative interrogative or negative question, you can add not after the subject. Will, subject, not, be verb ing and complement. If you want to ask anything with details, then you can ask information questions. If you want to know about the time, if you want to know about the place, the way, and the person, then the choices, then you can use information questions. You can bring a WH word first, like what, when, where, why, how, and so on. And then you can use will, subject, be, verb ing, and complement. If you want to know about the door of the action, you can use the structure of who as the subject. Who will be verb ing complement. If you want to know about the receiver of an action in the future, so you can use who, will, subject, be, verb ing, and complement. Don't forget that sometimes instead of who here in the object case, we can use whom. The examples? For positive, we can say Tom will be washing the car. So will be is the helping verb and washing is the main verb here. If you want to make it negative, you can say you will not or you won't be working in London. To ask a question, you can easily bring will at the beginning. Will he be playing soccer tomorrow? And to make a negative question, you can use not after the subject. Will he not be reading a book? Or you can say won't he be reading a book? To ask information question, we bring a WH word first. So here I used where to know the place of an action. Where will you be walking at 8 p.m.? And if you want to know about the door of an action in the future, you can use the structure of who as the subject. Like who will be talking on the phone, who will be working, who will be talking, and so on. If you want to know about the receiver of the action, who as the object, you can say, who will you be looking at? Okay, don't forget that time clauses for future tenses are in simple future tense. If you have any time clause for future tenses, that should be in simple present and cannot be in simple future. Simple future cannot be a time clause for other sentences. Okay, for example, we have more examples here. She will be reading the book when his father calls her. So here we have when his father calls her. This is a time clause for this sentence. So I use simple present form, but it shows a time in the future. In the second example, Samir is going to be playing football with his classmates when Tom calls him. Again, the time expression or the time clause when Tom calls him is in simple present but shows a future time. We can change their places. The place of time clause we can bring when his father calls her at the beginning. When his father calls her. But the difference is only a comma. We should bring a comma here. She will be reading the book. In the next sentence the same, we can bring the time clause first. When Tom calls Samir, Samir is going to be playing football with his classmates when Tom calls him. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for more videos.